Once upon a time, a wealthy merchant lived in a grand mansion with his 3 daughters. The youngest, Belle, possessed a remarkably pure and lovely heart. Her elder sisters, however, were entirely consumed by their own selfish and wicked desires. The family's comfortable life ends abruptly. A violent sea tempest destroys the merchant's entire trading fleet, wiping out his wealth and forcing the family to survive in a meager village farmhouse. Years later, a glimmer of hope appears when the merchant hears that one of his ships miraculously survived the storm and returned to port. He travels to the city, only to discover that his cargo has already been seized to pay off his mounting debts. He is left with absolutely nothing. Dejected, he begins the long journey home. He quickly loses his way as a dark, unforgiving storm overtakes the dense forest. Every layer of the family's material comfort has now been stripped away. In this absolute desperation, their true characters are about to be tested. Seeking shelter from the cold, the merchant stumbles upon a dazzling palace hidden in the woods. Inside, he finds warmth, safety, and tables laden with food, all provided by unseen servants. He eats his fill and rests safely for the night. As he prepares to leave the next morning, he spots a beautiful rose garden. Remembering his promise to Belle, he picks a single lovely bloom to bring home. Immediately, a terrifying, hideous beast suddenly confronts him. The creature is furious, accusing the merchant of a terrible crime, repaying generous, life-saving hospitality by stealing his most prized possession. This activity table highlights the beast's grim ultimatum. The merchant must die, or his daughter must take his place. Looking at the blank effect box, this single promise drives the rest of the plot, setting every subsequent event into motion. When the merchant returns and confesses what happened, Belle does not hesitate. She travels to the castle completely of her own accord, sacrificing her freedom to save her father's life. She expects a monster. Instead, the beast treats her with incredible graciousness. He provides her with a life of absolute luxury, offering endless supplies of fine clothes, lavish meals, and the constant attendance of invisible servants. But every single night, the routine is exactly the same. The beast asks Belle to marry him, and every night she politely refuses, explaining that she cares for him only as a friend. Belle has every material comfort imaginable, yet she remains isolated from her family. All the immense wealth in the palace cannot force genuine romantic love, leaving her trapped in a gilded cage. During her isolation, Belle begins to have vivid dreams of a handsome prince who pleads with her for help. Confused, she searches the enchanted rooms, convinced the beast must be holding this beautiful stranger captive somewhere in the palace. After several months of this luxurious but lonely existence, overwhelming homesickness sets in. Belle begs her captor to let her see her father and sisters one last time. He agrees, but on very strict terms. She must return in exactly 1 week. He gives her a magic mirror to check on the castle and an enchanted ring that will instantly transport her back when turned 3 times. Her temporary freedom rests entirely on a fragile promise made to a creature she pities. If she breaks her word, the consequences for both of them are entirely unknown. Back at the farmhouse, Belle's arrival shocks her elder sisters. Seeing her healthy, well-fed, and dressed in grand royal clothing fills them with immediate, bitter jealousy. They quickly hatch a manipulative plot. They rub raw onions into their eyes to force fake tears, crying and begging Belle to delay her return to the castle by just 1 more day. Their grief is completely fabricated. Their actual motive is to make Belle break her promise, hoping the beast will become so enraged by the betrayal that he eats her alive. The hideous beast has shown Belle nothing but patience and hidden kindness, while her completely normal human sisters harbor the most malicious intentions imaginable. Belle agrees to stay the extra day, but guilt quickly sets in. Looking into her magic mirror, she is horrified to see the beast lying half dead from a broken heart, collapsed right next to the rose bushes where her father first stole the flower. Realizing what she has done, she frantically turns the enchanted ring around her finger, instantly teleporting back to the palace grounds. She throws herself over the dying creature. Weeping over his body, she realizes her true feelings and finally tells him that she loves him. The moment her tears touch him, the beast is gone. In a brilliant flash, he is transformed into the handsome prince from her dreams. The prince explains that long ago, a fairy cursed him with a monstrous form to punish his superficiality. The spell could only be broken by someone finding true love for him despite his terrifying exterior. Looking at the textbook's Activity 3, we can see the resolution to Statement D. By looking past a hideous exterior to love the beast's true character, Belle earns her place as the mistress of the castle alongside her prince.